Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to World of Goo 2. Last time we started Chapter 4 Yield Recognator, and time flew by and we've played some of the sequels of World of Goo. We tried out World of Goo 9 and 11, played through all of 9, and we're going to go back to 11. Really quick, though, I'll just demonstrate World of Goo 11. So, the main thing is that you can change gravity, I guess. World of Goo 9 was a golf game, or sorry, goof. So, you know, this level is goes by pretty fast, so it's only going to take us like a minute. Didn't get that OCD timer. 3 seconds overtime. But anyway, jelly side up. So yeah. Oh, here we have the data ones. Released in the year 2216, World of Goo 11 came out during one of those brief moments in time when everyone thought virtual reality would be a cool idea. Virtual reality was never a good idea. Virtual reality was not a good idea in the 1980s. Virtual reality was not a good idea in the 2020s. But every few decades, after everyone forgets how horrible virtual reality is, someone always comes along and says, hey, you know, it would be a really good idea? Strapping a hot, heavy computer to your face. And a stunning achievement of true immersion. World of Goo 11 was notable for its uncanny ability to make players motion sick without strapping anything at all to their face. The curator. So this is kind of a dig at virtual reality. Like, it digs at the Virtual Boy and then also at, like, Oculus and stuff. I like how the time bug doesn't change texture. Game theory is the time bug. Actually, the protagonist of World of Goo. Oh, we actually gotta go back down, kind of. But if I remember right, one of the devs of World of Goo actually does have, like, kind of a thing against virtual reality. Even in the, like, text for this game on the website, which you can check out in the description. They even take a dig at it, which I know some people got, like, really offended about, but it's like, virtual reality is one of those things that, like, you know, people are always like, I think we can all agree virtual reality is cool, and it's like, no, it's not something we all agree on, because not everybody can participate in virtual reality. Like, there's always been, this thing people have been talking about, like, what if you could put blind people in virtual reality? And it's like, that sounds really cool until you suggest, like, for them, it's not virtual. That's the only reality they've ever known at that point. And then we start getting into like dimensional layers. And stuff like that. Layers of reality that gets kind of scary to think about. Ew, what the hell? There's like one stuck in the corner. Like a small bit of it at least. I'm just gonna let this go for a minute. But I don't know, my opinions on virtual reality are like, it's cool, but I'd never want to spend like forever in there. I also have trouble participating in it because of my glasses. It's very hard for me to fit my glasses inside, and I don't own my own headset, so there's no reason for me to get a prescription lens for them. Stumbler. But yeah, I think from here on out, we start getting into more World of Goo 1 type levels where they're very much less elaborate. A retelling of the classic 2008 Tumbler level, as told from the perspective of the spinning drum itself. High torque, inductive loads have valid feelings and experiences. And it's so important that we celebrate them. The Curator. So the Curator seems to be like a different character from the Sign Painter. I don't know if they were the same person from the beginning. And this is becoming, like, increasingly hard. So yeah, you actually can't grab this one. It's built into the level. This level can be annoying though, because like the Tumbler level from when I played the first game earlier this year, it, like, the whole level will like kind of crumple whatever you're working on. And the thing as well is, like, that makes this really annoying is this liquid kind of ruins your structures. But I don't know. Today's a Monday, but I feel pretty good for a Monday because I actually had a chance to fucking sleep, like catch up on sleep. It's a hard thing in my house to do, to catch up on sleep, because my family is pretty insistent that I be awake all the time for some reason, even if I'm not doing anything. And it's like, why? I'd rather be asleep. Especially when I need sleep, you know? And you know, there's always the argument like sleep at night, and it's like, yeah, I try. Doesn't always work out that way, does it? But it was nice to get the ability to nap for an extended period of time. Overall, I've had a really pleasant weekend. On Saturday, it was my friend Comey's birthday, which, by the way, at the time of recording this, I just recently put up a new channel banner. It kind of doesn't fit really on YouTube unless you look at the, unless you look at it on YouTube TV. Connect, please. I'm gonna retry this one. Damn it, I fucked it up. Here, where's the time bug? This is one strat, is to try to make a really long worm, so when it flips, it'll clip the thing. It'll clip the pipe. But what also sucks is because of this liquid, it's constantly crumpling your thing. But I had a pretty good weekend because this weekend was my friend Comey's birthday, and for the first time in like a while, we actually were able to spend time together for her birthday. And I remember we just kind of had this like conversation that was just really nice to have. You know, because she made a comment, like, about how life sucks right now, and I'm like, yeah, it does suck, doesn't it? I'm like, but that's what friends are good for, you know? When life sucks, friends are there. The thing I also don't really like is it can be kind of hard in this level to build. Like anything. And like another thing is because all these goo balls are so close together with your structure, you can accidentally start taking parts off your structure that you don't necessarily mean to. I don't know if there's been any updates to this game at all, by the way. Because I have the DRM free version, it doesn't check for updates whenever I boot up the game. So if there is an update, I don't know about it. It's like the only benefit to having the Epic Games Store version, I guess, is that it's on a storefront, so it'll tell you if something's up with the game. I really wish they just would have put it on Steam, but it sounds like they had, like, Epic Games Invest was like an investor in the game. Or it sounds like Epic Games might have some sort of creator program. Connect? Like, what the fuck? I'm like close enough to it, it should connect, and it doesn't. It's all this goo in the way. And it's like all this smashing is like making it worse. I remember I had a lot of trouble with the tumbler level like the first time I played the game. That was like my first big wall. Especially because in the first game you couldn't just skip levels and like continue the game. You could skip a level temporarily, but you couldn't complete a world until you had finished every single level in the world. Okay, this is just getting, like, to a point of... I think rather than building any kind of tower, we need to build like a more hexagonal boxy type structure. And just kind of add edges to it over time. But yeah, I really enjoyed spending time with Comey for her birthday. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but like we haven't really hung out a lot. And it gets kind of rough, especially because like sometimes it feels like the only time, because she streams a lot and that makes her tired, but then she's also got like a part-time job on top of her like full-time streaming. Okay, I need to get into the clusterfuck because like I'm starting to run out of goo. What does suck is like there's no whistle in this game at all. I don't know if we're getting closer or not. anymore because of the structure just getting smashed. Another thing that sucks is the camera controls a little bit. I wish that, like, I could remap it so right-click could move the camera versus me accidentally shifting the whole camera. Oh my god. Click the fucking time bug. But I have, like, missed hanging out with Comey, and I try not to be overbearing, but, you know, it's like, when you're genuinely worried about somebody because they're doing something that doesn't seem healthy, or, and, you know, you blow up their phone, you start to feel a little cringy and clingy. So, you know, it sucks because it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm harassing somebody just because I care about them, you know? But it's one of those things where it's like a decision you have to make. It's like, do you want to feel better about yourself, or would you rather feel like you know somebody is okay? But we're supposed to hang out today. I commissioned her to do more work for me, but this time it's unrelated to the channel. At some point, I might do a short, fan art thing. I've actually been getting some fan art, not just commissioned fan art, but like, you know, like, I've been getting some fan art just from, like, friends who draw stuff. And it's really kind of them to do so. I actually do have a piece of fan art by Comey hung above my desk. Oop. Another issue is, like, 'cause gravity changes, it can kind of mess with I tore apart the structure on accident. Oh my... It's sorry, it's just so annoying. Is that like an option? Then you can't access the options from the pause menu. Great game, Tomorrow Corporation. I really love this game. You know, doesn't have basic modern features? Great. Alright. I'll be a little less of a dick. I wonder if it'd almost be better just to like build a structure preemptively, like, nope, nope. Time bug, I swear to fucking God. If this Let's Play were actually one of my more popular ones, it'd be funny to see like a time bug compilation, like Stitch is having problems with the time bug. A weird graphical glitch for a second. This weirdly reminds me of a movie I just watched called The Whale. It's about this like really unhealthily overweight teacher and how his life went to shit. Basically, he like got into a gay affair with this dude while he was married to his wife. And I don't know if it ever hints at him being bi or if he was gay. See, like, what is that? Like, why is it doing that? It's because of this frickin' slop. A bucket of slop. Oh, I was hoping. Can I maybe, like, spin it? No. I was hoping maybe I could spin it faster. Another issue is because of this, like, goop moving it, it, like, kind of messes with the anchor points a little bit. And because there's so many anchor points, like, there's kind of a rule in this game. Being a goo ball can only be mapped to a certain amount of anchor points in certain ways. Otherwise, the structure won't work. I have 8. I have 7 out of 8. I don't want to give up. I don't know if it's like the Tumblr level, where eventually on the Tumblr level you just had to give up. I'm not giving up. I'll probably have to edit. Fucking connect. Oh my god. You see, like, I'm here, and then it moves. And then it's like, oh, sorry, that's too far. It's almost like they have a lower connection, like, distance. Or something. And then it buckles, like, I want it to stop buckling. And then, like, another thing that sucks is, like, they have eyes on them even if they're not free roaming. Like, even if they're not free goo balls. So it's kind of hard to tell, like, which ones are which. And then it's like sometimes your structure just does that, or like it moves in a certain way where I'm like, why? Go. Fucking go. I would just pause the recording to save on editing, but Christ, I'm not gonna skip the level. See, like, parts of it are breaking off, too. I will say that's like one complaint I have with this game is I feel like structures in this game are way less sound than they were in the first game. I just ripped one off of the thing. I didn't wanna, but I did. Go. Finally! Christ. I'm actually curious. 279 moves. And you're supposed to complete at 16 or lower, 40 goo balls, and within 48 seconds. That's not happening, dude. Gravitation navigation station. By the year 2216, publicly available gravity had become controversial. After nobody could agree on it, either its direction or magnitude, the state of Florida signed a law into decree. That signed into law a decree that gravity points down in Florida and everywhere else is parallel to that direction. Therefore, people on the other side of the world would legally fall up, and people in Europe would fall east. 2. In a separate campaign, activists condemned the pull of gravity as aggressive, pulling with disproportionate force on those of larger mass. Meanwhile, artificial life forms argued that since they had no mass at all, we should reclassify the concept of ideas as having a mass proportional to their intellectual weight. Those who could afford it switched to privately owned gravity, the curator. Oh, that's actually like a really clever thing. What happens if I drop the gravity cube? Is everything just in... Oh, it just points back down. I was curious, like, what genuinely happens? Let's maybe get that lava out of here. Digital goop lava. We'll just wait for that to drain. Anyway, what I was saying was that I commissioned more art from Comey. But it was more so I was like, you know, we can hang out while we do my commissioned art, right? I'm like, it's like cheating the system. And she's like, dang, you're right. So we're supposed to do that tonight if she's not too tired. But then, of course, I made a joke. Oh, I can just do that. I made a joke to my friend, or in the friend group that consists of me, her, and Owl about, I was like I could rent her. And I was like, I quickly apologized for the joke because it sounded wrong, but I can tell it deeply upset Owl and I felt bad for it. Right, next up is Turn and Burn. It's time. Time to burn down your house, the curator. I think I messed it up. I don't even think I understand fully what I'm supposed to do here. Like, stop falling over. How many do I need to get? All right. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but we shall see, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to too wide these. Is that anywhere near enough? It isn't. These ones are hard, geez. One complaint I did see on the Reddit, I think I've talked about this numerous times, complaints about this game that I've seen on like Reddit. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Is there no whistle in the game, or is it like like a secret in this game? Oh great, I think my stepmom needs me to do shit for her again. Is there a time bug? That's like 3 moves back. What the fuck, time bug? Are they dying for some reason? I hear them dying. Why are they dying? Man, I had a HelloFresh box come today. I need to cancel my subscription, actually. I mainly did it so I could learn to cook, but I've... like, the HelloFresh subscription itself is rather expensive. So it's like, I could only afford to do it for, it was never supposed to be a long term thing. I have hiccups. You know, I thought that was the case. Like, I've been noticing I haven't been seeing my texts, and I'm like, what the fuck? I realized my phone, like, it wasn't mute, like, I didn't have the mute button on. I somehow accidentally, like, lowered the default volume for my messages. Okay, now we just see if I can change gravity in a very slow, acceptable manner. I haven't really been checking these levels for multi-signs. I don't know if there's some in the background. There is a thing in this game I haven't noticed, but if you look at the top of the screen here, when you're at the edge of a level, the screen actually blurs to tell you there's nothing that way, which I think is cool. I don't know if there's like a lore reason for it. There might be. Like it's actually a bystander looking on with a binocular or something. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this game this week, by the way. At least finish recording it, and then I'll get everything edited up. But speaking of finishing up, that'll be it for this episode, so thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notifications. You should check out the links in the description. There's a link to the game website, a link to my Blue Sky page where you can see my other thoughts, a link to my Twitter page, or not to my Twitter, my Twitch page where you can watch me live stream, and a link to a Ko-Fi page where you can donate $3 monthly to see everything that I do. Or you can see all the content that I haven't released on my channel yet. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.